his first. Magic Johnson returns, as does Rambis, right there alongside him. Scott and McAdoo will leave, and I don't think Pat Riley's very happy with McAdoo just shooting it every time he touches.
Not every time you touch it. LA's basically an unselfish team. They have to move the ball a little bit more on offense.
Adams puts it down on a runner, and a pretty shot by Alvin Adams.
He can take Kareem outside and drive him. Adams is a very good player. Didn't have a great year, but played the last series. Is very good against Utah.
Man, he's 5 of 5 here in this first game, Kevin. Look at Rambis maneuver.
That's not a natural shot for Rambis. He doesn't usually make that shot, but it was an excellent move.
Comes Adams, going to try it again. Had the ball knocked away, and he was fouled. Magic Johnson down on the inside, reached a hand in, and that's the second foul or the third foul on Magic.
Brent, it's great to see the coaches maneuver their players. Two outstanding coaches in Pat Riley and John McLeod. They have gotten just about all their starters back in the game, except for the backcourt of Phoenix. And you got to count Alvin Adams almost as a starter.
And because of that third foul, Magic now will sit down too.
You have Davis and Magic with 3 fouls apiece. I think something could be very critical if either one of them pick up at the start of the third period a quick fourth foul. I think both will probably sit out to the end of the half.
And that's 5 minutes and 37 seconds away.
We'll look for them to go down to Kareem right now. Two-man game, Cooper and Kareem.
Here it is, Kevin. Nance guarding Kareem, and he stayed right with him. Went over and fouled him, and Nance couldn't believe it.
What Kareem did right then and knocked the hand away, when he knocks the hand away of Nance here, that's an offensive foul on Kareem. That should have been called. If they don't call the defensive foul for holding, offensive player is not allowed to knock the other player's hand off him. So that really was an offensive play on Kareem, an offensive foul on Kareem. With Magic out of the game now, Brent, they'll look for him an awful lot. Worthy and Kareem on the offensive end.
And here he is. The age of 37, of course, the oldest man in the playoffs, trying to win still another championship. Westphal bringing it up against Cooper, who has played sensationally on defense so far for Pat Riley. Nance, jump pass into Alvin Adams. Nance comes back with a shot, and Rambis is hit by Adams and fouled. Second personal on Alvin, third team foul. Lakers with a 1-point advantage. Foster's been quiet on offense, hasn't he?
He really has. They need Macy in the game. I can understand why McLeod uses him so many minutes.
Fronted by Adams and down and away from the ball. There was some
illegal defense on Maurice Lucas. He came across the middle plane of the floor, and we've got to go all the way in double team or else it's an illegal defense.
James Edwards replaces Alvin Adams. Edwards leaning on Kareem right away, trying to keep him as far away from the basket as he can. Now Kareem bumps him, keeps going, and he travels.
A little thing about Kareem, you start bumping him, you get him a little excited. He can wake up awful quick on you.
Cooper went diving. Westphal kept it and went over to Lucas with the ball.
Edwards against Worthy is a mismatch on the floor right now.
He passed to Lucas. And there's a foul on Cooper. And that's 3 on Michael Cooper. And now the foul situation could be the major story of this game when we hit the payoff period.
Cooper and Magic Johnson both have 3. Pat Riley has to make a decision on Cooper. I don't think you want to let him pick up his 4th foul before the half.
Lucas got the bounce. Eight points for Maurice. 4:24 left here in the first half from the Forum. Game 1 of the Western Conference Championship. Worthy cuts and goes to the left hand and misses. Edwards rebounds. Here's Foster. He's in the middle. Nance is on his right. Lost it. Tied up. Jump ball. Rambis and Foster, and he hesitated. He simply did not know what to do as he came down there in the middle.
I think he's a little tight. It's a big game. He's back here in L.A. where he played, and he seems like he's a little tight on the floor right now, Foster. He's got great speed. He can shoot the basketball. He's a good foul shooter. But right now he looks a little tight, like you said, Brent. Rambis should get the tap. Should try to tap it right now to Cooper all the way. Oh, they changed. There it is.
Here's Cooper. Cooper swings. Edwards leaning on Kareem. Double team. Kareem will go to the double.
Kareem wants the ball right now. He's looking for the ball every time down the floor. He's really into the game right now. I think he'll score a couple of quick hoops.
Timeout. And the Suns call a timeout at the 3:46 mark. They trail it by 1 point, and we'll be back in just a moment. So we're back, and Pat, we look forward to all that coming up at the half. Boy, those shot clock situations, you can have some controversies over that. You've been there.
You really can. But it's always when it comes to that situation, that referee's judgment, and you cannot protest the referee's judgment.
Foster now handling the ball for the Suns, and Cooper is there on him. Remember, Cooper is playing with 3 personals. He has to be careful right now. Westball shifts Lucas. Lucas misses. Cooper rebounds. He's in the middle. Cooper cuts back on him. Lucas really slowed him up there. That was a good move by Mo. Rambis comes to the screen. Inside to Worthy. Worthy comes up over Foster.
Worthy's been getting good shots all day. He hasn't put them in, but if he keeps getting the easy shots, he'll make them.
Westfall. Foster. Nance. Cooper is right back for Los Angeles. Again, it is Rambis out there with the screen. They cut Cooper off baseline. Foster's got to chase after his man now, and it is McGee. 2.5 minutes left, first half. Foster. Here's Edwards. Foster. Rebounds. McGee goes right side. Cooper in that lane. Great pass. Stolen by Worthy. Cooper's in the middle. Wanted to pass. Westfall stayed right with it. Suns badly need Walter Davis. Edwards misses. Cooper out now to McGee. Here's Rambis, best Laker run of the game. 3-point try. Lakers are on a roll. They've built now an 8-point lead with 1:39 and timeout, and this crowd has come alive in the Forum.
John McLeod called a 20-second timeout, Brent, to get Kyle Macy back in the game. Foster just was too tight. They weren't executing the offense nearly as well when Macy was out. Called the 20-second timeout. In the 20-second timeout, you're allowed to make 1 substitution. If the team that calls the timeout makes 1, then LA can make a substitution. And they're getting Macy back in the game. They need him on the floor.
Riley checking with Cooper. And, of course, our great NBA action continues here this weekend on CBS. Airtime tomorrow, 1 p.m. 7th game, Boston Garden. It'll be the Celtics against the New York Knicks. And during the regular season, the Knicks were able to break through in the Boston Garden and win a couple of games up there, but so far during the playoffs they have not. Those of you who have seen it don't have to be told how physical that series has been so far. Rory Sparrow was tossed out late in the Friday night game when he took it to Larry Bird underneath. A little bit too aggressive, the officials ruled. Westfall. Lucas. Mason. Nance with an offensive rebound and miss. The Suns have gone cold. Loose, battle, Suns. Nance coming in. Edwards tries to tap it in. Nance. Now in this situation, teams get frustrated and individuals try to do too much. Instead of staying right within the framework of the team, a few seconds ago, Nance had open men on the left side. Pumps up another miss. Goes back to take the ball away and fouls Kareem.
For the last 3 or 4 minutes, Phoenix has not executed nearly as well as they did for most of the half. And it's caused them problems. Once you don't execute well against Los Angeles, they get their running game intact, and they can run off points quicker than any team in the NBA. Scott came in for Cooper. I thought Cooper was the key to the Lakers' whole offense and defense the first half.
Absolutely, and he scored the 6 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. So Magic Johnson picks up those 3 fouls, and Michael Cooper just stepped right into that role and did a good job with it.
Pat Riley did an excellent coaching job in a situation when you have a man with 3 fouls. Most guys would have got him. An aggressive player like Cooper out of the game, but he took a chance. Magic had 3. He went with Cooper. Now with 52 seconds, he's able to take him out so he doesn't pick up his 4th foul and get Scott in the game.
You know, Kevin, in that Eastern Conference semifinal, it has been a war of the words, or at least it was prior to the start of it. What Cedric Maxwell said, there's no way Bernard King is going to get 40?
He got 40. I know at least twice in that series.
He didn't say anything about 44, though,
That's
did he?
right. I tell you one thing. I like that. When you got guys talking about it, let them go out and talk about it. But when you talk about it, you better back it up.
I'll tell you, Cedric's a heck of a competitor.
He's a good basketball player, and the one thing about that series, they're giving 100% every time on the floor, and that's all you can ask. So you get your money's worth in that series.
Bernard is having one of those seasons. We got a technical foul, illegal defensive violation. It's the second one against the Suns, and of course, that means they'll come up to the free throw line. Again, it is against Maurice Lucas.
Maurice Lucas, you cannot cross the middle of the floor unless you go to double team the ball. He's done it twice. Good call by the referees. It's a very difficult thing to explain all the time because there's so many different ways you can have illegal defense.
Kevin, most of the time against the Lakers, because of their talent, there comes a time of crisis if you're an opponent, generally in the first half. When that talent, they go to the bench and it really starts to wear you down. I think the Suns are in that period right now. They have not played well for the last 2.5 minutes.
Exactly right. When they took Macy out of the game,
in and out. And the Suns have got it down. Macy's got an open man's Westfall. That could spark them.
One shot now for the Lakers. Hold it for the last one.
McGee.
Looks like they'll go to Kareem for the last shot.
Kareem hits McGee coming down the lane. Rambis on the follow. Great block there by Sanders. And now it's Mason. And the Suns put away 2 easy layups as the first half comes to an end. And that keeps them right there.
2 big hoops, Frank. They had a chance to go up 11. They cut it to 5. What a great feeling for Phoenix to go up off the floor, only down 5 instead of 11. A big key to 2 layups they just got to cut it to 5 points.
In a good basketball game.
Excellent game. Both teams have played well offensively. They've gone with the game plan, which you have to like if you're coaching either one of the clubs. And Kareem's had a good game, but Macy again and Cooper with keys. Cooper is not starting the second half. Wilkes is starting the second half. A big surprise for LA.
On the turnover, it'll be the Suns coming back. Walter Davis, of course, with 3 fouls. He'll start it. Maurice Lucas, James Edwards, Larry Nance, and Kyle Mason. And this is Nance rising up. Kareem has it come to him. Goes McGee, and here's Magic. Bounce pass to Wilkes. Rejected by Nance. Brought back by McGee. And there's contact, offensive foul going to the Suns. Great play by Nance.
That's a sensational play. Great pass by Magic. Here's the pass. Great catch by Wilkes. Here comes Nance from the weak side. Perfect block. And then the offensive foul. That's great basketball, Brent.
And 3 on McGee is the result of that offensive foul. So now McGee with 3, Magic with 3, and here is Nance going to Walter Davis off the break. He's so quick in taking that pass.